You are running out of time. You think you have time. That's the mistake. You think there's more of it. You think you can wait. You think you can slow down and still catch up later. But time does not work like that. It does not pause. It does not slow down. It doesn't wait for you to be ready. It keeps moving every day, whether you act or not. And while you think you have time, you are losing it. Right now, not in a big way. Not all at once, but consistently, quietly. Every day you delay, you lose time. Every time you say, I'll start tomorrow, you lose time. Every time you choose comfort over action, you lose time. And you don't feel it. That is what makes it dangerous. Because if you felt it, you would stop. If you could see it, you would move. But you can't, so you keep going. Like nothing is happening. Like it does not matter. Like you will fix it later. But later costs more. Time does not reset. Time doesn't reset. You don't get it back. You don't recover it. You don't go back and fix it. Once it's gone, it's gone. Every day you waste, it's gone. Every hour you delay is gone. Every moment you don't use is gone. And you are trading it for what? Comfort, distraction, avoidance, things that don't build anything, things that don't move your life forward at all. And you are doing it over and over again without thinking about the cost. Because the cost is not immediate. It shows up later when you realize how much time has passed and how little has changed. You think you can catch up. You really think you can catch up. That's another lie. You think, I'll make up for it later. I'll lock in when I'm ready. I'll go harder when the time is right. But that moment never comes. Because the way you live today is the way you live tomorrow. You don't suddenly become disciplined. You don't suddenly become focused. You repeat what you already do. That's how identity works. That's how your life is built. So when you say, I'll catch up later, what you're really saying is, I'll keep repeating this and expect a different result. And that never happens. The years add up. This is not about a day or a week. This is about years. Because time adds up. Every delay, every excuse, every moment you don't act, it adds up. And one day, you will feel it. You will look at your life and realize something. Time moved and you didn't. Not enough. Not consistently. Not seriously. And that realization is heavy. Because you'll know you had time. You'll know you could have used it better. You'll know you didn't. Not because you could not, because you did not. This is happening now. This is not something that might happen. It is happening now. Right now. As you watch this. Time is moving. Your life is moving. And what you are doing with it is building something. Either progress or regret. And right now, your actions are deciding that. Not later. Now. You are wasting time without realizing it. You're not just losing time. You are wasting it. And the worst part is you don't even see it. Because it does not look like waste. It looks normal. It looks like your routine. It looks like your day. You wake up, you go through your habits, you do what you always do, and nothing feels wrong. Nothing feels urgent. Nothing feels like you are falling behind. So you assume everything is fine, but it is not, because you are not using your time intentionally. You are letting it pass. Where your time goes, look at your day, not what you plan, what you actually do. How much of it moves your life forward? How much of it builds something? How much of it actually matters and how much of it is just passing time. Scrolling, watching, thinking, waiting, doing things that feel productive but aren't. That's where your time goes. Not in big losses, in small ones. Minutes, hours, every day. And those small losses add up. The invisible waste. The most dangerous waste is the one you don't notice. Because if you saw it clearly, you would stop. But you don't. Because it feels normal. It feels like, I'm just taking a break. I'll get to it later. I have time. And those moments don't feel like a problem, but they are. Because they are repeated daily, without question, without awareness. That's how time disappears. Not dramatically, quietly. You think you are busy. You tell yourself you are busy. But busy is not productive. Busy can be empty. Busy can be distraction. Busy can be avoidance. Because being busy doesn't mean you're doing what matters. It just means you are doing something. And most of what you are doing is not moving you forward. It's filling time. So you feel like you did something. You don't feel behind, but you are, because time is moving and you're not using it well. You keep saying later. Everything important gets pushed to later. I'll do it later. I'll start later. I'll focus later. But later is where everything dies, because later never comes. It just keeps moving. You say later today, then later tomorrow, then later next week, and nothing changes, because later is just another form of delay. And delay is how you waste your life. The pattern. This is not random. It's a pattern. You wake up, you go through your routine. You avoid what matters. You push it back. You fill your time with easier things. And then the day ends. And you tell yourself, I'll do it better tomorrow. But tomorrow looks the same, because nothing changed. That is the pattern. And that pattern is your life. Not what you plan, what you repeat. This is why you are losing time. You are not losing time by accident. You're losing it by pattern, by what you allow, by what you repeat, by what you don't question. And as long as that stays the same, you will keep wasting it. Not in a way you notice immediately, but in a way you will feel later, when you realize how much time passed and how little time changed. The cost of wasted time. Wasted time does not feel like loss. That is why it's dangerous. You don't feel it leaving. You don't see it disappearing. It just goes quietly, one day at a time. And because nothing feels wrong, you keep going. You keep delaying. You keep choosing easy. You keep telling yourself, I'll fix it later. But later costs more. Because what you're losing, you don't get back. Not the time, not the opportunity, not the version of you that could have existed. What you're actually losing. You think you're losing hours? You are not. You are losing progress. You are losing momentum. You are losing opportunities you don't even see. Because while you delay, things move. Other people move, opportunities move, time moves, and you don't. That is the cost. Not just time. Position, where you could be versus where you are. That gap is time. Used or wasted. The life you're not building. Every day you waste is a day you didn't build something. You didn't move forward. You didn't improve. You didn't create. And that matters, because your life is built daily. Not in big moments, in small actions, repeated. So when those actions don't happen, nothing gets built. You stay the same. And staying the same over time feels like falling behind, because everything else keeps moving. The years you don't notice. This does not cost you today. It costs you years, because wasted time is not one decision. It's a pattern. You delay today, you delay tomorrow, you delay next week, and it adds up quietly until one day you feel it. You look at your life and realize something. Time moved and you didn't. Not enough, not consistently, not seriously. And that realization is heavy because you'll know you had time. You will know you could have used it better. You will know you didn't, not because you could not, because you did not. The version of you that never showed up. There's a version of you that could exist. More focused, more disciplined, more consistent, more serious. You have thought about it. You have imagined it. You have felt it. But you didn't become it. And the reason is simple. That version does not waste time. That version uses it. That version acts. That version builds every day. And every day you waste, you move further away from that version because you are reinforcing something else, a different identity. Someone who delays, someone who waits, someone who wastes time, and that identity creates your life. You think you have more time? You think you have more time. That's the lie. You think you can keep doing this and fix it later. You think you will lock in eventually, and you think you'll change when it matters, but it already matters right now. And the longer you wait, the harder it becomes. Because now, you are not just building forward. You are trying to recover what you lost. And you can't recover time. You can only use what is left. The truth. The cost of wasted time is not small. It's everything. It's a life you don't build. It's the progress you never make. It's the version of you that never shows up because you kept delaying. You kept waiting. You kept choosing easy. And time kept moving without you. That's the truth. Not comfortable, but real. You are choosing to waste it. You're not just losing time. You're choosing to waste it. That's the truth. Not accident, not circumstance. Choice. Every time you delay, choice. Every time you avoid, a choice. Every time you say later, choice. And that's what you don't want to admit. Because as long as it's not a choice, you don't have to own it. You can say, I'm busy. I don't have any time. I'll get to it. But those are not reasons. They are explanations for a decision you already made. To not act, to not move, to not use your time well. That's what's happening. And it's happening daily. Stop blaming time. You don't have a time problem. You have a decision problem. Because everyone has the same 24 hours. But not everyone uses them the same. Some people build, some people waste. And the difference is not time. It's discipline. It's standards. It's what you choose to do with what you have. And right now, you're not using it well. You're letting it pass. You're filling it with things that don't matter. You're pushing what matters to later. And that's why nothing changes. Your priorities are clear. Your priorities are clear, not by what you say, by what you do. Every day you make time for what matters to you. Always. So if something isn't getting done, it's not a time issue. It's a priority issue. You're choosing something else, something easier, something more comfortable. And that choice is costing you every day. You know this. You know this. That's why this hits. You've seen it in your own day, in your own habits, in the time you spend on things that don't move you forward. You feel it. You just don't act on it. Because acting requires something from you. Effort, focus, discipline. And instead of stepping into that, you stay where it's easy and call it normal. But it's not. It's a choice. Repeated. This is your life. This is your life, not in the future. Right now, being built by what you do and what you don't. Every hour you waste is a part of that. Every delay is a part of that. Every excuse is a part of that. You are building something every day. The question is, what are you building? Progress or regret? Because your actions are deciding that. Not later, now. Own it. So own it. Stop saying, I don't have time. Say the truth. I'm not using my time well. Stop saying, I'll do it later. Say the truth. I'm choosing not to do it now. Stop saying, I'll figure it out. Say the truth. I'm delaying. Because once you say clearly, you can't hide anymore. You can't pretend. You can't explain it away. You have to face it. And once you face it, you have a real choice. Continue or change. But you don't get to ignore it anymore, because now you see it clearly. And once you see it, you are responsible for it. This time is not coming back. This time is not coming back. Not later, not when you are ready, not when you decide to change. It's gone. Every second, every minute, every hour, gone. And nothing you do brings it back. That's the reality. Simple, uncomfortable, but real. This is happening now. This is not something in the future. It's happening now, right now. As you sit here, as you watch this, as you think about what you're going to do. Time is moving. Your life is moving. And what you're doing with it is building something. Every second you delay is part of that. Every moment you avoid is part of that. Every time you say later is a part of that. You are building your life right now. Not tomorrow, not eventually, now. You don't get a reset. You don't get a reset. You don't go back. You don't redo this. You don't recover last time. You move forward with what you have done or what you didn't. That's it. So every time you waste time, you're not just losing a moment. You're shaping your future with less. Less time, less opportunity, less room to change. And the longer you wait, the smaller that window gets. What you do after this matters. Not what you feel, not what you think, what you do. Because understanding this changes nothing. Feeling this changes nothing. Only action changes something. Only what you do next. That is your life. Not your intentions, your actions. Repeated. So what happens next? Do you go back to the same routine, back to the same distractions, back to the same delays, or do you break it right now? Not perfectly, but differently, because that's all it takes. A different action. Repeated. Say it clearly. Say it clearly. No excuses. No explanation. I am choosing how I use my time, because you are. You are choosing what you do. You are choosing what you avoid. You are choosing what matters through your actions every day. And once you accept that, you have control, real control, because now you can choose differently, but only if you act. This builds your life. Your life is not built later. It's built here. In moments like this, where you either act or you don't, where you either change or repeat, and those moments stack. They build something every day without exception. So if you walk away from this and do nothing, you're building the same life again and again and again until it becomes permanent. Decide. So decide. Not what you want, not what sounds good, what you will do right now. Because this moment is not small. It's everything. It's where your life changes or stay the same. And you already know which one you've been choosing. So choose again or don't. But understand this clearly. This time is not coming back. Thank you. God bless you. Transforming people's lives. The Kingdom Sanctuary of Eden and Outreach Ministries. With our clothing bins all over, we're collecting clothes and shoes and giving it out to all in the communities, in the cities, and all over the world. Wherever there is a need, the Kingdom Sanctuary of Eden is there to fulfill it. Please continue all your donations, whether it be clothes, food, shoes, or monetary donations, so we can take care of God's people all over the world. The donation starts with you. Let's build the kingdom together.